All right, what's up, guys? Today I want to look at my rune builds after free rune removal, and we're going to go down the list, not in monster order, but in monster priority order. So I think that might help people who are trying to rune their monsters for RTA. At least what I do is I decide which monsters are my number one priority, and I just go two, three, four, all the way down the list. I actually have a physical list, and I rune them in order, and I just highlight them once they're done runing. So my first priority monster is Molong. He has not changed at all since last time. He's exactly the same. The stats are here. Good speed, good defense, good HP. I would hope so. It's my best runes. I spare no runes for him at all. I like the accuracy of 44. I wouldn't mind a little higher. Violent Will. And you know why. I mean, you guys will know why. He's the one. He's great. So my number two priority monster is Ganymede. For obvious reasons, he's fantastic. He can change from nuke to control. He can lock down matches by himself if someone doesn't bring will. A proc from him is one of the most violent, or one of the most valuable violent procs in the game. So he's my number two. Here's his runes. I switched him up from last time. Last time I had him on a resist slot 6, which was really fast. So he slowed down a couple speed, but he's gained a lot of HP, which I think is worth it. He was getting nuked a little bit too fast for my liking last time. So he's 269 speed, 1200 defense, 32k HP on Violent Nem, which is like free speed. I mean, a Nemesis set is basically extra speed. I have this really nice little Nem rune, and if I can pull a good slot 6 rune, this one's good, but faster, he'll be in even better shape. So he's pretty fast. Yeah, 269 speed. Priority number 2 is Okeanos. He does not get my fastest set. That's sort of split between him and Bastet because he needs accuracy. So he needs this rune, right? If I had a better rune here, he would get that, but this is what he's got. So he's on Swift Broken. Nice, fast, accurate set. 291 speed, 78% accuracy. Really good defense. HP is not great, but it's because he's got defense rune. Or he's got defense on him. So that's the Oki. My next monster in priority is Josephine / Sierra. I'm going to go with Josephine first because I think that's how I ruined it. She's on Violent Energy, Speed, HP, HP. The energy I think really helped, and her runes prioritize accuracy a little bit to get her up to 37. It's not as high as I would like, but it's kind of the highest I can manage at that speed level. So those are her runes. She's good. I use her quite a bit. I prioritize Sierra a little more this season and this month than in years past, months past. I under runed her for attack by a lot last time. Like you'd think this one is weak on attack at like 1200. My other one was like 1000. So I needed to buff her up just a little bit. So she's on speed, HP, nice rune with accuracy, and HP. So she's still tanky, but she got a little more attack, quite a bit more speed at 242. So she'll be humming along kind of where I want my damage dealers. My damage dealers I want to be around 240 speed, I think. Perna is my first violent damage priority monster right at 240, just like I wanted. Violent Blade. This is a new rune I pulled that kind of completely changed my Perna. It's just got everything. It's just efficient. It's got every single stat. The accuracy could be switched for something in the future, but I mean, I don't think this defense rune would be a good switch, but I'd rather just wait for a better defense rune than waste time because I've got this nice defense enchant, but I do have those. I'll think about it. Probably defense. That's kind of the only thing I can think of. So anyway, speed, crit damage, attack. So it was on HP slot 6, but I switched up to attack again. Buffed up the damage. It wasn't quite nuking as hard as I would have liked, and it had a lot more HP, about 4,000 more HP. But this month we're trying a damage trade-off and see how it goes. It's about the same. If someone wants to kill a Perna, they're gonna kill it. They're gonna game plan for it. They're gonna test it. They're gonna Oki it. So, I try to save my Perna in other ways, Triana, Vanessa, those sorts of ways. But anyway, that's the Perna. All right. Speaking of Vanessa, she's gotten a really interesting change for me. Last time I did a kind of a hybrid build with attack on 6, and this time I've gone back to pure tank. So speed, HP, defense, kind of interesting. It's all just really good broken runes. The fact that I've got 2 will sets makes me wish this top one was will. Imagine going with a double will Vanessa. People would be like, what? Just to mess with them, The main key for Vanessa is she needs to live. because she enables other people to live. She's a huge focus target. So mine's at 31k HP, 1550 defense, and 248 speed on not violent. The 248 speed is important because she needs to go before my nukers. She needs to go directly before my nukers, so she defense breaks, they nuke. Vanessa Perna are like, they're like this. They make kills happen. So that's why she's a little faster. The other thing that I think is useful that I definitely did on Vanessa is I only have so many violent sets. She was on violent last time, and it was great, but I don't think she on violent is a game changer. Whereas Gani Molong on violent, Josephine on violent, those are game changing violent sets, right? Whereas Vanessa, you're like, oh, I'm one turn closer to the revive, or I'm one turn closer to defense break, which is nice, but isn't enough for the cost of not having something else on violent. So for every Vanessa I take off of violent, a Perna proxy is on violent, and that's better. So that's why she's off violent. I made that conscious choice of a couple monsters this time, and the Vanessa is basically working the same to me. In fact, she's better statted. She's not going to hit as hard, but she's better tanky statted. So I'm okay with that. All right, my next priority monster is Triana. 230 speed. With Triana, she's kind of the opposite of Vanessa. I want to kind of bookend my DPS between a Vanessa and a Triana, because Vanessa is step 1, defense break. Then step 2 is hit him hard. And then step 3 is, oh, now we have Will again from Triana, right? Triana, I want to be slowest so that she buffs my whole team with Will. That makes something like an Alpha Strike nuke of one monster more possible. Like if you bring Gani Varad and I got to go against that, I want to kill something and then I want to be safe from all your turns so I get another full turn of turns. If that makes sense? Another full round of turns. So I really like the Triana being slowest, the bookend monster. And she's just pure stats. I mean, she's violent, but she's as much stats as I can squeeze out of a violent set. So here are the stats. I mean, she's got, 1900 defense, 35k HP, 230 speed. I mean, she's using one of my Swift HP runes. I mean, it's unfortunate, but that's how it goes. She needs it. So that's kind of my game plan with the Vanessa to Triana bookends. All right, then we start getting into like tools. These are my core, right? These are my core monsters. They're going to be there day in, day out, every match. They're going to, put in the work, get it done. But sometimes they get picked and I gotta figure something else out. So there's my toolsy monsters that kind of fill in the cracks. Elsharian is one. I really like Elsharian. Some people are not that into Elsharian. I think he is exactly what I need. Maybe not what everybody needs, but he's been great for me. Swift broken. Speed. Ooh, that's not good. Defense. And HP. This rune in particular, I really like. I don't know, I've had it for a while. It's got both HPs. It's got HP percent, HP flat. It's got defense percent, defense flat. Speed, resist. Like it's everything except accuracy on one rune. So I really like it. This is a really good Swift rune. He's probably stealing a little bit from Oki Bastet, but they deserve it. They don't defense break. What use are they? And then this is a really nice accuracy rune that I've had for a little bit. It was one that could have quad rolled, but they never do. Why is he fastest? Well, he's not faster than any Wusa. I wouldn't say he's faster than a Wusa with speed lead. I wouldn't say he's faster than a Wusa without speed lead. Most Wusas are faster than 278, which is great because they buff up and then I can take their stuff, right? I might get the shield and get unlucky, but I might get the 3-turn immunity without having to bring a Wusa. That's amazing. And it sets up one of their targets to be defense broken. So if I don't get the shield, it's sad, but I get another try next time around. So that's why I run him this way. I run him tanky because people hate you taking their stuff. So he's 278 speed, 16, almost 1700 defense, and 26k HP. Accuracy is pretty important, so he's at 50%. So that's Elsharian. Theomar's got a massive buff this month from me. I've never ruined a Theomar's this tanky, this damagey like ever. So I'm pretty excited to see how it goes. So you can see the stats, 17k HP. Just a crazy amount of attack for me anyway. I usually run my Theomars not at all like that. Speed 221, crit rate 85, crit damage 170. So he's 100% crit with his passive. With that attack and that crit damage, I mean, he's just going to wreck. He took Perna's slot 2. Thank goodness it's getting used on someone. Maybe Sierra could take this in the future because that's a Sierra rune right there. But anyway, he took that ridiculous rune. This rune is so close to good, we just need to get rid of that. But we have nothing to do it with right now. You can't get attack in that slot. So ideally that would switch to HP. That would be my preference. This is my best crit damage rune that is not violent. Perna has the best violent one. This is the best non-violent one. It's just packed with stats. Another packed with stats rune, and then this crazy one, which apparently he can get faster. He should work on that. So anyway, that's Theo. Theo is a kind of an alpha strikey nuke kind of a monster. He fulfills the Perna role without the Perna sustainability. So if you bring Theo, you better get the kill of whatever your target is, and you better be able to handle a 3v3 because you're going to be in a 3v3 a lot faster than with a Perna because it doesn't have 2 lives. So I've lost to Theos a lot. 1 proc and almost anything in the game is dead. So I wanted to have that tool available going into RTA. Plus the defense break. Like always having defense breaks is great. All right, so everybody else is sort of B tier, I would say. The Bastet that I talk about but never show, sped her up to respectable levels. 290 speed, flat defense, and flat HP. Because, you know, who needs that? She's got such great stats that she can take a little bit of a hit from a flat defense or a flat HP. You know, I wish they weren't flat, but they're fast, and that's how they work. So that's the Bastet. The Helena took a big hit this month. She was on crit damage, 85% crit, so she was banking on wind monsters. I wanted to try her on Will, first of all, because you can't make her that fast and have her HP slot too. Like, or at least I can't. That's the fastest option I have. HP, crit rate. Okay, so she can get a little more speed. That's not a great room, but she can get a little more speed. And then HP. And let's not look at that. So yeah, I've fought with her a couple times in her current form. The Will is super nice. The damage is noticeably less. She's not just gonna completely wipe out a team in 2 turns, but she still does what she does. Pretty well. So I'm happy with her. I'll still bring her in the situations she needs, but she is definitely situational. Helena cannot be brought to the number of matches that Josephine can, or that Molon can, or even Ciara. She's just situational. She's great, but she's situational. So that's why she gets kind of the B tier runes. Other options. I keep thinking I'm going to bring Ethna more, but then I just keep not doing it. I should, because she's at what? 270 speed? I mean, that's fast. That's really fast. And she's really good. But the only thing with Ethnas is you know that they've got crit or crit damage on slot 4, so you know they're a little bit susceptible to just getting nuked. And mine needs an accuracy lead to actually do anything. So, I don't use her as much as I should, but I'm going to try to give that a better shot. And her crit is not even great at 79. I mean, she's running crit. She's at 79 crit. I don't know. Not great. But, we'll see. I can't quite make up my mind. Garrow is unchanged. He still has my best vampire set. So that's what that looks like. Speed, crit damage, attack. I don't use him very often. I maybe should, but I don't trust him. He's so fragile, you know? I feel like he's a Helena type monster in that he's situational, but some people use him all day, all night, and they just wreck with him, so maybe I should need better vampire runes. Alright, the other thing is Fire Monkey. I changed him up just a little bit. I still want him really tanky, but this time I put him on double revenge. So once that HP rune is maxed, we'll be in better shape. Actually, once all those runes are maxed. He's a burn target, right? Because they're going to CC your whole team and try to burn him down. So the only way to counteract him being a burn target is to make him really tanky or punish them for burning him, right? So we're going to try to steal turns with our 50% stun on skill 1. So we have a 30% chance to revenge, 50% chance to stun. You know, not ideal, but at least it punishes them a little bit. Steals you a couple turns. So that's kind of my thought there. Other than that, oh yeah, there's one new thing that's really interesting. It's a secret. Don't tell people. It's Jean. Look how fast she is. 258. I wanted to try it. This was my other monster that I completely abandoned Violent Runes for in favor of stats. So we took a revenge stat because, you know, you want to punish them for when they attack you. Maybe take their turn with a stun, just like with the old Fire Monkey Mei Wang there. I would like to run her double revenge. I just don't have the runes with the stats. She's on speed. Oh, I should fix that. Look at that. What kind of stat is that? Oh, I already switched into crit. Why did I do that? This must have been really bad to keep flat attack. Oh, well. Speed. HP. This rune is so packed with stats. Look at those rolls. 23 defense, 20 speed, 14 resist. So good. And then HP. Unfortunately, a 5-star. That's a really good rune. So the plan here is, if they don't have Will, she might go first, which just starts the CC really early. It's a surprise speed. Like sometimes you play into what people expect and things are sped accordingly. Your Gannies are 250 to 270. Your Wusas are 305 to 318, that sort of thing. But Jeans are not 258, so they can maybe think they'll get away with something, and maybe a 258 Gene will punish them. The other thing that's great, look at this, 258 to, can I do math? 258 with a lower base speed. So what that means is that Gene will go first and can make Molong invincible, and then I get a free Molong nuke with no punishment. Yay, that's a plan. So I can even AoE taunt, make Molong invincible, and then nuke. So that's a little combo I wanted to work in with the Jean. I figured if I'm going to play her, Jean. I said Jean the whole time. Just replace Jean with Jean. Jean. Jean, Jean, Jean. Okay. Pretend I said the right thing. Okay, good. Thank you. So that's something I want to play with her, the Molong interaction. So we're going to give that a try. Varad is basically the same. He's pretty stout for a Varad, but I don't get him in as much because everybody runs immunity. And then there's one other one I'll show you. Oh yeah, I built a Vero in his own special way. Speed, HP, that Rune. The thought being, if there is a Jean enemy, I'd like to play with the Vero as a counter, because that'll clear all the taunts, and that makes Jean far less scary. So we'll see. I've seen that done a couple times. I've never personally tried it, so I'm going to give it a try this time. So those are my runes. In terms of monsters I'd like to pull, I'm still looking for Wusa, Hathor, Tiana, Diana, a couple monsters, but I've got all the monsters I need to succeed. There's really nothing holding me back other than being terrible at picking things. So I'll try to do less of that. Anyway, those are the runes. Those are the theory behind the runes. It's kind of like the build teams, not monsters. I'm thinking how all my teams intersect in this Venn diagram, so that when I get my picks, they all work. There's some center core strategy in the middle of all the different elements the monsters bring to the table. So that's kind of my thought process on my runes. Anyway, hope it was helpful, and I will catch you next time. Take care, everybody.